Okay, guys, day 325 of the daily Bible reading, 2 Kings 12, Psalm 144, and Luke chapter 21. So we'll just get right into this. I'm actually we'll read 2 Kings 12 out of the New Living Translation. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Weather was nice here in sunny Ohio today. Hopefully the weather change didn't affect you too much. And I hope we don't, the thing don't mess up on me tonight, blinking in and out like it has been. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, it's already starting, isn't it? As long as it doesn't freeze up. I'll get over here on the chat. All right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read 2 Kings chapter 12. Remember, yesterday we read about Joash, 7 years old, and he's king. He's a king, the youngest king. Because remember, his grandmother was Jezebel, and Jehu's daughter was Joash's grandmother. She killed all of the successors, remember, to the throne, but Joash, his aunt and uncle, hid him in the temple for 7 years. And then they brought him out and crowned him king. So, and then they killed grandma. I mean, that's terrible. That's what happens when you get into, like they were Baal worshipers, and that's what happens. They do children sacrifice. No different today. The abortion's the same thing. It's child sacrifice, really. It's murder, and there's no way around it. People can say whatever they want. Oh, there goes Linda again talking about love, love, love. Should just love, love, love. Well, some things you just need to call out, And I don't care. I've had enough people block me and delete me this week. But I don't know what to tell you. I will stand for the Word of God, that's for sure. All right, 2 Kings chapter 12. Joash, 7 years old, began to rule over Judah in the 7th year of King Jehu's reign in Israel. So Jehu was reigning, that was his 7th year, and he reigned in Jerusalem 40 years. So Joash ruled over Judah for 40 years, and then remember, some of his servants killed him. He reigned in Jerusalem 40 years. His mother was Zibiah from Beersheba. All his life, Joash did what was pleasing in the Lord's sight, because Jehoiada, the priest, instructed him. And Jehoiada is the one that helped hide him and then crowned him, brought him out, and they crowned him king. So all his life, Joash did what was pleasing in the Lord's sight, because Jehoiada, the priest, instructed him. Yet even so, he did not destroy the pagan shrines, and the people still offered sacrifices and burned incense there. And that's the problem, because God would have them go in and just destroy everything, and because you can't leave, like they left the pagan shrines. So people can still turn around and go and worship these things, and that's ultimately what they did. One day, King Joash said to the priest, "Collect all of the money brought as a sacred offering to the Lord's temple, whether it is a regular assessment, a payment of vows, or a voluntary gift. Let the priest take some of that money to pay for whatever repairs are needed at the temple." But by the 23rd year of Joash's reign, the priest still had not repaired the temple. So King Joash called for Jehoiada and the other priests and asked them, "Why haven't you repaired the temple? Don't use any more money for your own needs. From now on, it must all be spent on temple repairs." So the priest agreed not to accept any more money from the people. And they also agreed to let others take responsibility for repairing the temple. Then Jehoiada the priest bored a hole in the lid of a large chest and set it on the right-hand side of the altar at the entrance of the temple of the Lord. The priests guarding the entrance put all of the people's contributions into the chest. Whenever the chest became full, the court secretary and the high priest counted the money that had been brought to the Lord's temple and put it into bags. Then they gave the money to the construction supervisors who used it to pay the people working on the Lord's temple, the carpenters, the builders, the masons, and the stonecutters. They also used the money to buy the timber and the finished stone needed for repairing the Lord's temple, and they paid any other expenses related to the temple's restoration. The money brought to the temple was not used for making silver bowls, lamp snuffers, basins, trumpets, or other articles of gold or silver for the temple of the Lord. It was paid to the workmen who used it for the temple repairs. No accounting of this money was required from the construction supervisors because they were honest and trustworthy men. You should put honest and trustworthy men in positions, right? Especially when it comes to money. However, the money that was contributed for guilt offerings and sin offerings was not brought into the Lord's temple. It was given to the priests for their own use. A workman is worthy of their wages, right? About this time, King Hazael of Aram went to war against Gath and captured it. Then he turned to attack Jerusalem. King Joash collected all the sacred objects that Jehoshaphat, Jehoram, and Ahaziah, the previous kings of Judah, had dedicated, along with what he himself had dedicated. He sent them all to Hazael, along with all the gold in the treasuries of the Lord's temple and the royal palace. So Hazael called off his attack on Jerusalem. The rest of the events in Joash's reign and everything he did are recorded in the book of the history of the kings of Judah. Joash's officers plotted against him and assassinated him after, he reigned for 40 years. So he was 47 when they assassinated him. Joash's officers plotted against him and assassinated him at Beth Milo on the road to Sila. The assassins were Josachar, son of Shemiath, and Jehozabad, son of Shomer, both trusted advisors. Joash was buried with his ancestors in the city of David. Then his son Amaziah became the next king. And that is 2 Kings chapter 12. Okay, now let's go to Psalm 144. I'm not sure who's on here because nothing's showing up in the chat. If you're talking to me, I know we got people on here. If you're talking to me, I'm so sorry, but I don't see your comment. Let me jump on. All right, we are on day 325. 325. I'm trying to, for some reason, I'm trying to freeze up there. And assassinated him. I don't want to hear myself talk. Jody, Patty, and Mary are watching. Hello, ladies. I hope you're all having a great evening. I don't know why everything's not showing up in that chat, but that's terrible, isn't it? How it's fading in and out. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Might have to just reset the whole thing. That's all I know. But at least, as long as you can hear me, you don't necessarily have to see me, All right, let's go to Psalm 144. Mary, how are you? Mary. We're back on track with the Sandusky meeting. So I'll be coming up that way next month in April. I'll let you know the date. Well, I'll be in Worcester on April 20th, Saturday, April 20th at 6 o'clock at the Valley College Grange Hall. But I'm not sure, Patty, yeah, I can't see you, but yeah. I know you can see me, right? Patty and I both graduated from the same high school, but Patty heard that the devil went down to Georgia, so she went down to chase him out. And she did. I think she chased him back up here to Ohio, Thanks, Patty. Appreciate that, The devil went down to Georgia, and Patty chased him out of there. Funny. Anyway, I'll let you guys know when I'm going to be up in Sandusky area. But it'll be next month. You think that's funny, don't you, Patty? You're funny. Okay, is that time change affecting any of you guys? It really didn't bother me this time. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the other time change. They just need to leave it alone. Like, leave it this time. Don't change it no more, right? Don't change it no more. Just leave it alone. Because, man, that 1 hour really makes a difference. I used to live in Arizona, and they don't change it in Arizona. They just need to leave it alone, you know? You guys agree? I bet you do. All right, let's go to Psalm 144, and I will read this one out of the New King James Version. Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle, my loving kindness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer. He's all these things, isn't he? My shield, David wrote this, and the one in whom I take refuge, who subdues my people under me. Lord, what is man that you take knowledge of him? Why are you mindful of him, right? Or the son of man, that you are mindful of him? Man is like a breath. That's how fast our life is, like a vapor, right? Or like a blade of grass that springs up and is gone overnight. That's how fast time goes. Guys, you know that. So man is like a breath. His days are like a passing shadow. Bow down your heavens, O Lord, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Flash forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out your arrows and destroy them. Stretch out your hand from above. Rescue me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of foreigners, whose mouth speaks lying words, and whose right hand is a right hand of falsehood. I will sing a new song to you, O God. On a harp of 10 strings I will sing praises to you. The one who gives salvation to kings, who delivers David his servant from the deadly sword. Rescue me and deliver me from the hand of foreigners, whose mouth speaks lying words, and whose right hand is a right hand of falsehood, that our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as pillars, sculptured in palace style, that our barns may be full, supplying all kinds of produce, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our fields, that our oxen may be well laden, that there be no breaking in or going out, that there be no outcry in our streets. Happy are the people who are in such a state. Happy are the people whose God is the Lord. That's the truth, right? I don't know how people make it in this life without him, you know? And what hope do you have in this life, you know? It's only getting worse. I mean, Jesus said because of the increase in evil, the love of most will grow cold. So, and we see that, you know, you put a little simple post on Facebook and people get offended about it. They're soft. They're so soft and get so easily offended, you know. Oh my. But, you know, we just keep on plowing through and not worry about them, hurting their little feelings. You know, there you are, Mary. You're over here on the chat. Patty is too. Yeah. I just don't like the way this is blinking in and out. I'm sorry, guys. Check your encoder settings. I don't even know what that means. You know, I don't know. Jamie does all this stuff. I don't know. And I probably won't see her until the weekend. So there ain't nothing I can do about it. We've already read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings. We're on the 12th book of the Old Testament. And we've already read through the New Testament. You guys know that. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, and Revelation, the end, right? This thing's really acting crazy, isn't it? But that's the whole New Testament. We've already read the whole New Testament. Hey, Judy, how are you? I think I got a call from your pastor the other day. He was telling me what a bad girl you are. No, no, he's a really nice guy. So I think you guys are planning a revival. So I told him I could probably speak at that revival. But in the meantime, April 20th, I'll be in Worcester doing a one-night Holy Ghost meeting. And I actually just was contacted today by somebody, and we're working on a place up in Sandusky for April as well. So I really don't like the way this thing is acting, but guys, just bear with me, and I'll just have to reset the whole thing. Is it really going to stop altogether on me? Yeah. Leave site. Yeah, I'm going to leave that site. Okay. Because I'm going to end up having to, yeah, he called me. Yep. Man, I'm sorry guys, but this thing is like I don't know what to do, It says all systems operational. You guys need to fix your junk here. Okay. All righty. I'm actually chatting with this guys. Could you please tell us more? No, I'm actually right in the middle of a live stream, so no. Are you guys still here? I mean, as long as you can still hear me. Actually, I might have to do part 2. But I hate to lose any of you, but I might have to do a part 2 because I really don't like when it does this, But, we pay money for this. We pay money for this program that we use, and it's really irritating because it's been doing this all week, But since you can't see me, I really think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to get off of here, and I will do part 2, okay?